Listen, this right here, first of all, I want to say this is dedicated to my mother, Georgia Company, still alive. I want to thank everybody for coming out. What you see here started from a $3 window in Passaic, New Jersey. When I got out of prison in 2016, with a bachelor's degree in accounting and a bachelor's degree in finance, I could not get a job at Wendy's or the Gold's Gym where I was working out at. I started playing poker for a living. That didn't work because I got this guy right here. It took up too much time. It was too unpredictable. And I said, man, I'm not gonna go and keep embarrassing myself, humiliating myself, asking for jobs with a federal felony. I'm just not gonna keep doing that. I went to Home Depot with $92 and bought me a bucket, a squeegee, and a mop. Never cleaned a window in my life. I'm an accountant by trade. And I went in my hometown where everybody knew that I had lost $1 million net worth. Everybody knew I had lost my New Jersey real estate broker's license. Everybody knew I had lost custody of my son. Everybody knew that I had lost everything material and gone to prison. And a lot of them laughed. But I didn't give a fuck. I had to go clean the windows. And I went down and I asked my man, I said, yo, can I clean the window? He said, how much? I said, $5. He said, no, I'm not gonna give you 5, I'll give you 3. I said, run it. And today I stand up here on the stage. This is the Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and Motivation Conference, man. You know, we make our lives what we want them to be. I want each of you, and y'all have been doing a good job of that. Madison, what's up, man? Tyrone. You're supposed to leave here with more than what you came with. There's people in here, Vano's outside, a lot of the guys that bought tables, I want to thank them. Support them. Buy something from them. They paid me for the tables. Support them. Keno, what's up? You good? Support them. I forgot what I was going to say. What was I saying? Support the dudes at the tables, man. They paid for the tables. Leave with more than what you came with. That's where I was at. Don't come in here on that cool shit, man, and not want to shake hands and kiss babies. That ain't what this is about. A lot of y'all are aspiring YouTubers. There's a dude in here who's supposed to be coming who made his own headphone wireless buds, like competing with Beats and AirPods. There's supposed to be a dude here that makes custom sneakers. There's people that do everything in here, and it's your job to leave with what they do. There's embroiderers in here. My man Gates is in here. There's car detailers in here. And you're supposed to network, get numbers, get IGs, DM, yo, I met you in Miami at the event, and you use that to help push you forward to what you want to do in life. I left my corporate job in 1999. I was 30 years old. I was making $72,000 a year. I had no kids, crazy than a bag of dust. And I decided to become an entrepreneur. And I never looked back. I never got a W-2 since that day, other than when I was teaching. I was an adjunct professor at a couple of colleges in North Jersey. But other than that, I never went to work for nobody else after that. It's not an easy thing to be an entrepreneur. If you think it's easy, you're out of your mind. It's not easy being a YouTuber. It's not easy being Instagram. None of this is easy. It looks easy when you see people put up the videos now, and you see all these likes and all these views, but it don't start like that. Moses is gonna tell you. Wallow is gonna tell you. Bam Bam, probably all of them here. Papa Duck is in the back. China Mac is here. It's not easy when there is no 401k, there's no dental plan, there's no health plan. You know, you pretty much eat what you kill. You know, but one thing is for sure, two things for certain. You can say all that what you want about America and how bad it is and the racism thing and this and that, but there's no better spot on this planet to get money to go from zero to hero than right here. You could go, like Biggie said, you could go from ashes to classic overnight. And that's in America. I gotta give a shout out. I'm broke. Y'all see me up here, I got this $36 Henry Freeman suit on. I'm clean. Nigga got that Fed look, you see it? But all of my bank accounts are overdrawn. I'm broke. I got broke doing this conference. I put all the money I had into this conference, got broke, got stuck, and had to borrow money to finish this conference. Shout out to my man Mark, a white dude, one of my subscribers. Showed love, gave me some money. Another girl, black girl, Brick City North, stepped in, saved me. All I really cared about is that this shit here went on. Everybody got paid. Papa Duck got paid. Wallow got paid. Moses got paid. Where China Mac at? China Mac in here. China Mac got paid. Ndo Champ got paid. Nino got paid. Brawley and Bam Bam are doing this on the strength. Did I leave anybody out? Everybody got paid. And Wallow was expensive. Wallow was expensive. Well, I can tell them how much I paid you? This is entrepreneurship, man. This is entrepreneurship. Number one, I committed to this. And I said, ain't no way I'm gonna half-ass do this shit. There's no way I'm gonna do this and then not complete this. And it's done. And we're here, we got a dope show. I thank everybody for coming. You know, I think we're not even, there's supposed to be a lot more people here, I don't know what's going on. But I think my ticket sales got hurt as a result of all the COVID. But I didn't care, I wasn't worried about that. I said, we're gonna put this joint on. You know, we're gonna do it. If these other motivational platforms can put one on, I'm gonna put one on. And I wanna put one on for us. Look at all the different colors in here. Look at all the different hues, the different ethnicities, the different backgrounds. I did this for us, man, because it seemed like to me that a lot of these other motivational conferences, they don't really cater to the regular dude. You understand? And we count, and we matter, and we mean something. And I know for a fact that my conference, with a lot of I got more flavor than all the other conferences. Yeah, they got this one and that one, but mine got flavor. So I want everybody to give yourself a round of applause for showing up. And we're gonna get this shit right. Sean, you gonna introduce us?
Okay, first we want to introduce Wallow 267.
Give a round of applause, y'all.
You know what's crazy? What I find crazy is, I remember the guards used to come to my cell, and I used to always shoot my shit to the guard. I used to talk shit to them all the time. So they had this fascination with coming to my cell and stripping me out. You know, I think dude was trying to look at my dick or something, I don't know. But if y'all was in jail, y'all understand that. And right When I was at the state of Pennsylvania, they like give you a green sheet. I don't know if y'all know what a green sheet is. They give you a green sheet through the mail. So the guard, you know, they pass this shit out. I get the joint. He must have looked at it, cracked it open because it's a little stick, but he knew I was out here. And he basically was like, you ain't gonna do shit anyway. Like, because you know they got all of us coming back. What was amazing? Yo, Mike. Yo. Hey, Sean. Yo. Michael. Mike. Don't let that mic go out. So, what was amazing to me is this. He said that 2 days after my 30-month anniversary out of jail, I turned down $1.8 million from a company. This was 30 months out of the joint. 30 months, real life. Still in the email. I'm cool, ain't enough. I'm saying this to say this. You really can't give a fuck to win. See, a lot of you out here, a lot of y'all not gonna win in life, and this is why. Y'all care too fucking much about shit that don't matter.
That's right.
Everybody in here got something special in some type of way, but y'all don't got no fucking button. Y'all don't know how to activate the fucking button. And y'all don't believe in yourself at the bottom. Y'all don't know. Like me, at the end of the day, even when I was in prison, I knew I was the shit. I knew I was a king. Just under slave conditions. And that's what you gotta be on. And you gotta tap into your thing. And you gotta start connecting with the people that don't know what you know. See, a lot of us, we got a thing, especially in our culture, we got this thing with listening to, yo, what's up with the mic, man? Who you got on your
Test.
Bro? Yeah, we got this thing with listening to the people and preparing a rebuttal and not listening. See, one of the greatest things about me when I came home from prison, I was a student to life. I was a student to everybody. The young boys, I don't care if you was a fucking fiend. Because everybody got their journey through life. And what we do is we judge information. We judge the people that's giving the information, and so we judge the information and we're not receptive to information. I don't give a fuck if you just had a spike in your arm, you can give me some game. And that's what made me strong out here. But a lot of times, we'll sit there and act like we know what somebody telling us. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about, I know the fuck you don't. So we gotta start being receptive and open to what's going on out here in order to fucking win. Everything I did, it wasn't that I went to college. I did go to college. I ain't go to jail. I went to Yale. I ain't go to prison. I went to Princeton. I ain't go to the state pen. I went to Penn State. My fault. I did. But at the end of the day, everything that I learned, it came from me just pulling the fucking trigger. It came from me pulling the trigger. You got the world in your fucking pocket. What you gonna do with it? Everybody got the same bank account right here. When you gonna go get your money? Think about that. When you gonna go get your money? I cash out every motherfucking day on mine. These motherfuckers gave us the world in our pocket. When you gonna connect with it? And I'm gonna tell you my introduction to this. When I was in the yard, I remember this young boy told me about Google one day. I said, this young motherfucker got me fucked up because he must really think that I'm stupid. He said, wow, you can type your name in here and stuff will pop up. I've been in jail for years, so I'm on dinosaur time. I don't know nothing about this fucking technology shit. The internet, that wasn't out when I went to prison. So when he tell me this, I'm listening to him, but I ain't paying no attention. So I had the book of life. Some of y'all know about the book of life. Y'all see it on Instagram. So I write my shit down in there. Bang, I write it down. So I wrote Google, YouTube, stuff I wrote down. So my homie come into my cell one day with an iPod Touch and a wireless hotspot. He passed it to me. He said, here, wow. So I'm like, yo. And they had the Google icon on there and all this shit. I'm like, oh shit, I read about it. I mean, dude told me about it. I got it in my book. I hit it. I typed my name, my real name, my government name. And first of all, I was a little shocked because when I'm on an iPod, I type my name, the words, the letters popping up. So I'm like, damn, this shit's scary. So when I typed my name and my shit popped up, I dropped that joint. I thought the feds was watching. I was scared to death. On some real shit. Because I'm like, how the fuck Can they know all this? How you can use this? And so all this stuff that I have written down, I started Googling. I started going on YouTube looking at tutorials in my cell. So then I went to Instagram, I started looking at Instagram. I set up Instagram. While 267 started in prison, my Instagram. The 267 come from my prison number, DG267. That's why I started in my cell, like greatest 4 penitentiary. So I'm in there, I'm looking at Instagram. So I'm looking at everybody celebrating nothing on that motherfucker. And what I peeped was, everybody that I knew, they wasn't taking advantage of this motherfucking technology. I said, these motherfuckers is playing. It's wide open for me when I get out. And then, if you ever go up to my page, I started, in there I was marketing people, clothing lines, shows, whatever I do for people from my city, from Philly. I was doing that shit for myself. You go all the way up to when I was in prison. So I'm doing this shit, and now I'm looking at the posts. This is how I really started my shit. I'm looking at people posts, but everybody posts was based off of things. And I'm looking at this dude post, like if he ain't a rapper, you ain't like this picture. If he ain't an athlete, you don't care about him. If she ain't butt naked, you don't give a fuck about him. I knew it wasn't no place for the regular human being that just was on some regular human shit. That was dressing regular, that was whistling. So I said, damn, I got a battle with this dude with a fucking neck full of jewelry. I got a battle with Joe Shorty with her cheeks out. I got a battle with this fucking rapper. Because I paid attention and I understood. One thing that I understood was, what was really important to me, attention span. I knew the attention span was shorter than human, like 6 seconds. I said, I got the ass, okay, cool. So when I come home, I'm like, this is gonna be a cakewalk. And the reason it's gonna be a cakewalk, because everybody specialized in magic. Everybody was an illusionist on Instagram. Everybody specializes, because you know what, we live in a place where nobody like themselves. They gotta create an illusion of themselves because they're not comfortable. Nobody fuck with themselves. Nobody like themselves out here. That's one thing that I realized. I said, okay, man, I got these motherfuckers. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I love some fucking me. I love me. Like, I don't know what anybody else is. I love me, no matter what. I love me. In the cell, wounded, broke, whatever. I love me. I don't give a fuck. I'm never gonna stop that. So when I peeped it, I said, okay, all I gotta do is battle some illusions. I'm gonna fuck them up. So I said, okay, I got it. So I'm in the ghetto. I said, the ghetto is gonna be my canvas because you're more receptive to it because you can understand it. You live in Harlem, you live in Compton, you live in Long Beach, you live in Oakland, you live in Houston, you live in St. Louis, Pittsburgh, no matter where you live at, you can connect with that fucking ghetto. So when you see me in my videos, you see the trash, you see the graffiti, you see the alleyway, or you see me running and jumping off that fucking roof, running across the highway. A lot of people thought, damn, Wallow was crazy. I said, okay, I didn't give a fuck. Once it was coming back to me in my hood, from the homies and friends and family, and that nigga went crazy in jail. I said, bet, I got these motherfuckers. Because you know what? In the ghettos of America, when you crazy, that means, or they categorize you as crazy, that means you got a lot of time, and ain't nobody gonna jump on what the fuck you doing. They're gonna leave you the fuck alone. They're gonna leave you alone. He crazy. Because everybody be like, this motherfucker dreaming too big, or he trying to do too much. That's what they gonna tell you. So now, I'm jumping off the fucking roofs, I'm running across the highways as 18-wheelers coming. They don't understand why, because I'm laying on the ground with ketchup on my head. Oh, this nigga crazy. No. My job is to make you do 3 things. Think, laugh, and cry. Because if I can make you think, laugh, and cry, I can get this message to you. That's all I'm trying to do. However, I give you the message. So now, what I start seeing is, when I was sitting in that cell, and I was looking at the chick, butt naked, the dude with the jewelry, the athlete that was on their shit, I realized that I was conquering these motherfuckers, and I was getting in their way now. Because when you was coming down that motherfucking timeline, and you ran across me laying on that ground, catching on my head, and jumping off that roof, you stopped. You stopped. Attention is the new currency. Attention is the new God in our, what we got seen like. That's like the new thing. Because everybody is fascinated with attention. You can monetize attention. So what I was able to do was get your attention. You stop. Because I had to figure out If I was doing anything else, I wouldn't have been able to give you all the information because I got a battle with a dude with a fucking ton of jury on his neck. I got a battle with false success. So I'm here today because of y'all, and y'all believed in me, and I believed in myself. Because I was brave enough to do it, being called crazy. This motherfucker lost his mind in jail. He must have on some meds. I had all types of people say some crazy shit about me. But first they say that stuff about me, and then they, when the things come down, they want to borrow some money. Tables turn and something's burning. Chuck D said that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a lot of us, we gotta stop being scared. Most of you guys, people in the audience, y'all ain't reached what's waiting for y'all. Because y'all scared or y'all stepped outside of yourself. A lot of y'all wasn't there with right here. This is where y'all was supposed to be. But y'all seen everybody out here performing magic, and what y'all did, y'all got scared. Y'all stepped outside of yourself. So when y'all blessings pulled up, y'all wasn't even the fuck there. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all gotta activate your fucking button. And until you activate that, you're done out here. See, let me just tell you something real important. I'm gonna bet on me before anybody on the planet. Before LeBron, before Jay-Z. I don't give a fuck what none of them do. I'm gonna celebrate me, and I'm gonna bet on me every day. I don't care who you is. But the question is, when you gonna start betting on you? Don't clap for me, don't celebrate that I believe in me. When you gonna be able to celebrate that you believe in you? The same way y'all celebrate these rappers, the same way y'all celebrate these athletes, y'all put these people up that get this money and all, the same way y'all celebrate them, when the fuck is y'all gonna start celebrating y'all? But in order to celebrate y'all gotta have enough heart. Y'all gotta have enough heart to start executing. I ain't know nothing about podcasting. I ain't know nothing about speaking. It wasn't no book. I started reading the greatest book in life. The book of me. When you gonna start reading the book of you? You pay for all these courses, you go here, you go there, you buy $1,000 worth of books, you do this, you do that, you do that. Ain't none of that shit is gonna tell you more about you than you. Because when you read the book of you gotta deal with that shit. You gotta deal with the abuse. You gotta deal with the letdown. You gotta deal with the lies. Y'all keep running away from the book of you. Y'all running away from self. That's why you can't win. When I was in that motherfucking cell all them years, and the 5 come, I got 15 left, and I'm dealing with the guard and all that shit, I had to read the book of me. I had to deal with that shit. That's why you never see me. Why you think Ndo 267 come out of prison? He one of the few that come home from prison that ain't mad at anybody. Right. Out here mad at the homies. These niggas this. I'm mad at they come home tough. Right. But why I don't glorify that bullshit? Right. Ain't nothing thorough about being in jail. That's nut shit. You know how many times people looked at my motherfucking ass about 265 times? That shit wasn't thorough. That's why you see me, I never glamorized that shit. I tell them straight up, nigga, I was scared, nigga. I thought somebody would fucking try to break me. Niggas don't talk about that, but if I don't, ain't nobody gonna say it, so I gotta say it, so the young folk that's listening to me, because for those that's out here not being fathers, I gotta be a father to your kid from afar. So I gotta let them know, nigga, it was times when I was shook the fuck up going in here because only thing I knew about prison is what I seen on TV. So I'm thinking, this big nigga's gonna try to crack me open. I'm thankful it didn't happen, but I was prepared for whatever. That's the reality of it. But no, do you notice nobody talks about that been in jail? Everybody was tough. Everybody was a real nigga. Everybody was holding down the yard. That's bullshit. I ain't seen one nigga do it yet. Because in jail ain't no one nigga. You over there with your people, they with their people, they with their people, the ABs over there, the DC over there, these dudes over there. I ain't seen one nigga hold the yard down by himself yet. So these stories, these goofy ass niggas be telling me lies. I was the nigga in jail trying to get out of jail. And I wasn't trying to go through nothing with nobody. You see what I'm saying? That little punk ass 20, I'm telling you, got niggas walking around with 40. You got niggas that gotta die 3 times to go home. So the reality is this. Why the fuck you not where you want to be in life? What is you doing? When is you gonna get out of your way? When is you gonna stop bullshit? When is you gonna start performing? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Listen, I perform every motherfucking day. When you sleep, I'm up. When you up, I'm up. When you bullshit, I'm gone. Ain't nobody on the planet fucking with me. And he better feel that way about himself. And you better feel that way about yourself. And she better feel that way about herself. It ain't nothing wrong with that. You better, because I'm gonna tell you something real important. I ain't better than you and you ain't better than me. We all on the same plan for it. We all got the same opportunity. Because I'm gonna tell you something. I don't give a fuck what you wear, what your bank account look like. All the hair the same. We got the same fucking hair. What makes you special? You fucking, can you fly? Can you jump off this fucking a roof and fly? No. We on the same game. But what happened is we put people on pedestals. And we sit down and go in the motherfucking corner and play a victim. Oh, this ain't happening. Oh, the white man just did it through. You ain't never heard me say that motherfucking white man for what? For what? For what? Nigga, I'm out here performing. I live in America. I'm gonna do me. You only get paid for your performance in life. You only get paid for that. What is you gonna do? What value is you gonna bring to somebody? Because if you don't bring value, you be buying value. All that, let's hook up, let's link. No, get your shit together first. Then let's link. Stop wasting people's time. Stop wasting your time. Start bringing value. Start putting value in yourself. Start investing in yourself. Y'all got to get up off this bullshit. We got to get up off this bullshit. We always talking about what we got, what somebody did. Oh, they did this to me. Oh, they got money, they ain't give me no money. Oh, they left me hanging. Oh, the white man, 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 the white man. Shut the fuck up, man. When you get in that victim stage, what you do is you pedestal people over you and you just play the slave in America, the American slave. Listen, man, let me tell you some real shit. 45 years, 60% of this room probably be dead. Real shit. Think about that. Think about that. Health issues, murder, car accidents, all types of goofy shit. Think about that. 35 to 45 years, I know I'm gonna be the fuck out of here probably. I'm 41, I'm 42, you might be out of here. I'm cool with it. But when you leave, what you gonna leave? What you gonna leave when you leave? What you gonna leave when you leave? Like me, I leave shit on the earth every day, so if I expire, it's a wrap. That's all it's about. Got me, you know, make sure, got my will intact, that's cool. So I get up every day and I can just live. So if I check the fuck out, okay, I'm partying. But I guarantee you one motherfucking thing. When I'm out of this joint, and you walk into that motherfucking graveyard, you gonna see me bouncing around in that motherfucker, doing videos in the graveyard. Yeah. My energy is so powerful that that dash on my motherfucking tombstone is gonna be breakdancing. Breakdancing! Because I'm gonna max out my life and I'm gonna live this shit out every day. I live every day like it's my last day on fucking earth. You better do the same. But in order to do that, you gotta be able to activate your fucking button. Y'all care too much. Everybody care too much. Most of y'all is just fucking whores being pimped by people's future conceptions of them. You know what I mean, y'all motherfucker? I been getting up there. I got like, no bullshit. Probably got like 15, 20 pair of these Adidas sweatpants. I don't know if they clean and dirty sometimes. I just throw them the fuck on and keep moving. I don't want to be known. You know what I mean? I don't want to be black. I'm like, damn, did she wash these? Why did you wash these? I got something I got to go. But he doesn't stop in this fucking journey. I got the same uniform on every day most of the time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a part of the lit motherfuckers. I'm not a part of it. You think I'm gonna spend thousands of dollars for a motherfucker to act like they like me on Instagram? So a motherfucker can push a button. You fucking kidding me? You gotta spend thousands of dollars for a motherfucker to like you? Your life fucked up. Think about that.
That's right, wow, that's right.
You know you got life fucked up. You know why? If you gotta spend thousands of dollars for motherfuckers to like you, your life is fucked up. You might need a new life. And it's just like that. Now what I'm saying is, oh yeah, I go right in. I go right in. This is going right the fuck up. I ain't with all that dumb shit. Like, motherfuckers be with, oh, I gotta do this. No, fuck that. I don't care if you don't like me, because listen, when I was broke, motherfuckers didn't like me. When I was in jail, motherfuckers didn't like me. I'm not chasing your likes. I know, as long as my niece and my grandma and my wifey like me, cousin, my family, I'm cool. I didn't need about 10, 15 people to like me. And I'm straight, you know what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers be out here, you post this shit, get this location. It's not South Beach. This is, what's Biscayne Island, Miami? Bang, got that. Your life is left. What's going up? See, it's going up, it's going. Come on. This is how you do it, you just do it. Like it ain't, this shit's like Nike, man. You just gotta do it with it. Just think about that. You gotta pay them up, you gotta pay all these different companies, you gotta put out all this fucking money for a motherfucker to like you. Well, guess what? I know I'm that nigga. Because this shit costs me. It's like $107 fee. I'm gonna work this motherfucker out. I work my shit out. My soul's be talking. Nigga, get off me. That's how my soul's be. Get off me. Like, I ain't got time. Here we go. If you gotta spend thousands of dollars for motherfuckers to like you, your life is fucked up. You might need a new life. And it's just like, that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Now let me talk to the content creators. Motherfuckers, oh, I spent $7,000 for the camera. Oh, I did this. Oh, I got that. I'm kicking your ass. I'm kicking your ass. I'm kicking your ass. This is all you need. And I'm saying like this. I never forget this. I was driving through North Philadelphia. It was nighttime. I'm talking to T.I. on the phone. And I said, damn, T.I., I think I got to get a cameraman and all this and that. He said, Wallow, you on the phone with me because I know you because you did some videos on your phone. Nigga, you got everything you need. That was a powerful moment for me. Like, that phone is so powerful. Like, everything, listen, everything you've seen on my YouTube channel, Wallow267, when I interviewed Baby, Charlamagne, Meek Mills, everybody I interviewed, G. Rico, OTJ, everybody that I interviewed on there, Dirt, in the tripod. I don't got nothing on my YouTube done with some professional shit. I shot a show called Groceries with Wallow with the singing group on Epic Records. Just like this in the store. That's it. Had my man, I had the one more editor so I can have the titles on there shit. I don't know how to do that type of shit. And uploaded it. Like, you, listen, this is what y'all don't understand. There's 7.8 billion people on the planet. This sister right here, this brother right here, this sister right here, this brother right here, this brother right there. There's millions of people that can connect with your life, with your life, with your life. Even if it ain't millions, there's hundreds of thousands of people that might they might like eating potato salad on bread. That's what you do outside of your life and your journey. They like this. It be the littlest things that will motherfucker connect with you. Cardi B. One thing I like about Cardi B, sometimes it might not be amusing. A lot of women like her because they wish that they had. Yo, Mike man, what we doing? Yo, they wish that they had the confidence, and a lot of them like her ratchetness because some people live through other people. You get what I'm saying? So a woman be like, I just wish I was. What we doing, man? Yo, mic man.
Test.
All right. Some people wish. Yo, give me that. This mic test.
Test.
Yeah, some people wish that they had, no, it's true. Some people wish that they had what you might got. Like, think about this. I'm just a regular motherfucker, man. Meaning, when I say regular, I'm an everyday dude. I'm gonna go to drive my car, drive my Prius, drive this, and I'm gonna be in my own world. I'm gonna wear regular shit. But look how many people is interested in my life. Look how many people that I help, that I push, that might live through me. Like, you know how many young boys I walk up to that even say, man, you like my dad and you own? I got so many family members out here that I never met. All because I wasn't afraid of these niggas. Wait till y'all stop being afraid of me, y'all, how many motherfuckers connect with y'all. Wait till that.
Good energy.
Energy. See, energy, I'm an energy. That's what I do. I sell energy. Energy is a global thing. Personality is a global thing. Because, I'm gonna say this too, everybody just ain't got it, and everybody don't have that pull the trigger in them, which is cool, that's understandable. But nobody will ever supersede the everyday regular person. You hear me? You hear me? Nobody will ever be that person, that everyday person. But when did you gonna start being an everyday person and stop trying to be perfect? You didn't see me edit that video. Every time y'all see me, I got shit I gotta do. When I shoot my videos in the morning and I'm up running down the street doing all that crazy shit, after I do that, I got music I want to listen to. I gotta go have conversations and shit with myself. You know how it was when you was in jail. You don't have conversations with yourself. What you be doing is preparing for conversations you might have with somebody else. But some people might say it's talking to yourself. But if you want to judge me, fuck it. Judge me, whatever. But I'm just being real. I be having shit I gotta do. But I also gotta pay money to service my people. Because I know it might be a motherfucker that might be looking at this video that might be ready to relapse or relapse yesterday. So when I come on in and I tell them you better than what you're going through, I mean that shit. I mean that shit. You better than what you're going through. Because I was going through that shit. And I'm not saying drugs, I never did drugs, but when I was in that motherfucking cell, I had to think about it. Because they call you your number so much in jail, you start becoming your number. I'm like, oh, I ain't no fucking inmate. Like my cellies, when I used to get different cellies, they used to always say, Wallow, why you don't put no sheets on the bed? Nigga, this ain't my home, I'm traveling through. The whole bed! When it was time for me to sleep at night, I either lay a towel down on the plastic mattress and throw a sheet over or a blanket, or I put a piece of the sheet there. I never made that fucking bed, man. Every day I used to get there, you know how you get when you're in jail, you shoot baby, every day I'm getting the cleaning, spraying my wiping my shit down, cleaning the cell for no reason. Damn, is that a little hair on the floor? You know how you make me. I was in there spaced out, but I never made the bed. And I had one box, one record box, most of my bed. And my cellie was like, yo, why you only got that? Nigga, didn't I tell you this ain't my crib, man? I never became that shit, man. Because you see motherfuckers come out of jail, we all got family and stuff, they become that. Oh, yo, nigga, just because you got caught, you got arrested, oh, you the realest thing alive now. Everybody else on the street is a sucker, a bitch. Yeah, I'm real than all you niggas. I went to jail, I got caught, the cops caught me. I'm a real nigga. No, you's a dickhead, man. You's a dickhead for trying to hold that badge around like you're somebody better than other motherfuckers and you're more street with it. And then I told the motherfucker, I said, listen, man, being a street nigga today is like doing crime in front of the fucking police department. It's some of the stupid shit you can do because they got cameras everywhere. And everybody tell them, like, what we doing? Like, what's some real shit? You do a crime right here, all the police want to do is go to that block, knock, everybody got a fucking ring on their house. Think about that. Everybody got a fucking ring, so somebody's gonna see what's going on. But on the other side of things, I'm gonna say this. Number one, you gotta fuck what they think. Don't worry about what nobody think. Find out what your thing is. Find out what value you add to life. Find out what value you can add somebody's business, somebody's brand, to your life, to YouTube, go out there and do that shit.
Yeah.
I'm just a dude that spent 20 years in prison. I got my GED in jail. I ain't go to no trade. Oh yeah, I did. I ain't no friend. I did go to culinary school in jail. That's where I became a chef. Gil will tell you something different. That's another story. I do know how to, I got some dishes under my belt. You know what I mean? Where I know how to, so that is it. Yeah, he told me shit in jail don't count. But I'm like, nigga, you tripping, I'm a chef. That's another story. But I'm just Wallow 267, man. I'm a person that just believed in myself. That's it. Ain't no magic, ain't no bunch of money, ain't no gimmicks. I just was me, unapologetically me. You fuck with it, you do. If you fuck with it, if you don't, that don't mean you hate it. Just because somebody don't fuck with you, that don't mean they hate it. Everybody don't like motherfucking mustard and potato salad. I'm just being straight up. I take potato salad, I really like that shit. I really like potato salad. I do, but that's another story. But on some real shit, find your thing, do your thing. Wake up in the mirror when you get in that fucking mirror, talk to yourself. We got this shit. I'm that. And don't do things based off of how you think people want to accept you or reject you. Because no matter what room you walk in, like this motherfucker in the room that probably don't fuck with me, I'm cool with that. You don't owe me nothing. But it ain't going to, downplay my performance or me ain't gonna be me. No, that ain't what it's about. But it's something out there for every one of us, man. They counted me out, man. I spent more time in jail in America. I did 5 years in the juvenile system, and I did 20 years in prison. I'm only 41. Y'all do that. I'm the system. Like I used to tell people, I ain't got my Department of Corrections. They own me. They like I was raised in the system. So when y'all see me out here and I'm connected and I'm out here, I'm just enjoying life, bro. Cause I ain't the little shit that y'all might look at like, oh man. I'm just happy. I used to be in that cell, and I used to be dreaming about walking down the street. I used to be dreaming about refrigerators and getting a license and driving a car and getting on a bus and walking on the beach. It wasn't about no money. So it was like, I ain't even gonna hold you, man. I used to think money was everything until I got a bunch of money and I realized I already had everything. On some real shit. On some real shit, so it was like, I was just fucked up. And it hurt me. But I realized that because I was like, yo, I gave my whole life to the streets for a fucking illusion. I thought money had some magic shit that come with it when you get it. And you're gonna be different, and you're gonna be able to fly, and some shit gonna happen. Ain't none of that shit happened. I'm like, damn, I was the same way I was feeling when I was living at Nanny's house when I first came home. I felt that when the L's hit the bank account. It was like, so it's like, you gotta live your life every day. And you gotta find that shit that's special to you. And don't never let nobody take that shit that's special to you away from you. Don't never let nobody tell you that that shit ain't cool, whatever it is. The simplest shit, because what's cool to me, I own that shit. Ain't no gatekeeper to that shit with me. So keep doing your thing, because I'm gonna keep doing my thing. Get up every day and fuck shit up, and live your life every day like it's your last motherfucking day on earth. Because I'm gonna do that. I love y'all.
Well, thank you, man. Everybody get wild with another round of applause. Yo, this is the Fair Look Entrepreneurship, Leadership, and Motivation Conference, man. Wallow 267 in the building, man. Thank you, man. This is the dopest entrepreneurship conference ever. Coming next to the stage, we'll let let the brother tell you who he is. About 2 months ago, I'm on my way home, and I'm going into, getting ready to make a right into CVS. I had to go get some peroxide. I said, well, now let me go run up here to the Walgreens. I walk into Walgreens, and this dude standing there looking at me and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is he? What is he? So I walk to the back, I get my hydrogen peroxide. He meets me halfway in the store. So I'm like, he's like, yo, man, I love your YouTube channel, man. And I said, yo, so that kind of took my guard down. Me and the brother started talking. We ended up shooting a video together. And Mike, you ready? Bring to the stage Mike Evans. I'm gonna let him tell you who he is.
Brothers and sisters, how y'all doing this morning? Hope everybody's in good spirit, good health. Hope everybody's happy. Keyword happy. Now this brother Sean G, I'm a YouTube boy. I'm on YouTube to get the knowledge, because the knowledge is right there. That's right. It's not at any university. That's right. It's from the people, it's you. That's why they call it YouTube. So I was surfing one day. I'm a health and wellness guru. By nature, I love health and wellness, because health is definitely wealth. Be the richest person in the world. If you're not happy with the way you look and feel, you got absolutely nothing. Nothing. So this brother Sean G, he kind of like stuck to me what he was doing on YouTube. He was getting in everybody's soul. His voice was so vibrant. And that story he just told you guys is a true story. It just came out of nowhere. Someone just told me that, hey, go to this Walgreens. I didn't even need anything. I'm just wasting time, just looking around on the phone, you know, just BSing. God gonna put certain people in your life that needs to be in your life. And he's gonna get rid of some people that ain't supposed to be in your life. And you're gonna scratch your head and say, why I don't talk to her no more? Why I don't talk to him no more? It ain't you, it's God. He removed those people and added. So you gotta receive it. You have to receive it. Before I get into anything, I need 5-second pause from my brother from my town, Mr. DMX, that just passed away. Just give me 5 seconds. Put the X in the air, y'all. God bless, amen. That was my brother. We're from the same city, same town, Mount Vernon, New York. He migrated to Yonkers. I'm gonna give you guys my whole rundown. But I want you guys to understand, Sean G was put in my life by God. God Allah put this man in my life for a reason. I gravitated to his voice when he walked in the store. He was talking to little Sean. I was in there totally BSing. Just looking around shopping for absolutely nothing. I recognized his voice. We both had the mask on. I recognized his voice. I said, that's Sean G from YouTube. I stalked him. He right, I stalked him. 100%. He probably was a little nervous. He had a little Sean with him. He was just a weird dude. And I was dressed in business attire, as I do. We'll get into that in another few minutes. And I said, man, Sean G from YouTube. It was like I just met somebody that inspired me. I do a lot of public speaking to inspire people to change somebody's life. If I can change like 1 or 2 people's lives in the room, or give them some knowledge where they can change somebody's life, I've done my job. I've done my job. My mission here on earth is to help somebody. Not always financially. Sometimes you do that, they're not mentally prepared to move on and receive that financial blessing. So you give them knowledge, and they can take that and multiply it. So that's why I want to get the knowledge. Financially, if I can, I will, and I should. No problem about it. Let me tell you something about myself. My full name is Mike Evans. I'm Mike Evans, NYC. You find me on social media all over. Mike Evans, NYC. I was born and raised in Mount Vernon, New York. Some people that's not familiar, it's right across the street from the Bronx, literally. You walk across the street in the Bronx, walk back to Mount Vernon. I grew up with P. Diddy, Sean Combs, playing Little League Baseball. I am where I am, and God put me here because of this man. He gave me, well, God used him as a vessel to propel me to where I'm at right now. Let me tell you guys a story. This guy motivated me from 14 years old playing Little League Baseball at Fresh Park, Mount Vernon, New York. At 14, this man had a dream, a mission. He didn't know what he was talking about at 14. He kept saying he's going to be great. What is great at 14? Great baseball player? Great what? He said, watch, you see, time passed. He goes to Mount St. Michael's in the Bronx. My mom and dad couldn't afford that. His mom hustled in. Once they moved from Harlem to Mount Vernon, she saved up her money, gave him a better education, put him in Mount St. Michael's High School in the Bronx. I went on to go to Mount Vernon High School. Long story short, elevated to 11th grade. He comes to my school, because his school is an all-boys school. So he comes to my school for the girls. We had nothing but gorgeous black women in my school, Latino women. It was one of those. So we wasn't exposed to Caucasians at my school. It was 99.1% African American and Hispanics. So long story short, he would come there to get entertained by the women. We was into women. We wasn't into drugs, drinking, anything. We was into women and dressing. So one day, I'm at baseball practice. I was a baseball buff. He was too. He said, man, let's form a group. Let's form something. I said, what are we going to do? Let's think. I said, you know what? We love women. That's our thing, women. We love these light-skinned black girls. That's incredible. So I said, let's call ourselves the daddies. I'm going to be Mike Daddy. You be Puff Daddy. That's how the name came across. Actually, my friend George Waller added the Puff. I added the Daddy to him. So that's how we formulated the name Puff Daddy. So he was Puff Daddy in 11th grade in high school. I'm going to tell you something. Fast forward, we both graduated high school. He went on to go to Howard University. I went on to go to John Jay College in New York City. I wanted to be a criminal lawyer, a criminal attorney. I got tired of seeing my brothers and sisters getting football numbers for bullshit. So I said, I think I can help. I know I can help. Fast forward, I was cutting hair in Mount Vernon to support my college. Nobody paid for anything. I paid for my own college. So I was supporting myself. Meanwhile, he's in Howard University, and his mom supporting him to go to college. So Howard in D.C., John Jay College in New York City. So we're both in college, both doing two things. So he would come back to the barbershop I was working at, get a free haircut, whatever, talking, vibing, trying to figure this out. The year is 1988, the ending of 88 going into 89. He comes to the barbershop. He's like happy. Yo, I got an internship. An internship? So you working for free? No, wait a minute. I got an internship at Uptown Records in New York City. So I'm like, what does that mean? They're gonna be slaving you, so you busting your ass for free. What's going on? He said, Mike, listen, you're the only one here with a car. I had a 1983 or maybe a 78 Chrysler LeBaron, white joint with the fake, it was a soft top. It looked like it was convertible, but it wasn't. It was a fake out. But it looked good. It was mine. My first used car was happy. I was the only one in the hood with this. He said, listen, stop what you're doing after your next cut. Take me downtown. This is my first day of intern. I said, damn, he's so determined. I said, all right, cool, we're going to hit the highway. So mind you, from Mount Vernon to Midtown Manhattan is about 40 minutes off the West Side Highway. This dude was so determined. We jet on the West Side Highway. We get a flat tire. I can't make this up. We pass 125th Street. We get a flat tire. I believe it was on 96th Street. I pulled over. He was freaking out. He's like, I'm going to be late, Andre Rel. I'm working for Andre Rel. This is crazy. How do we get a flat? I said, bro, I don't know how to change a flat. I don't even know if it's a spare in the trunk. What do we do? He was so determined and so passionate about what he had in his mind to make it. The flat was on the passenger side. I remember like it was yesterday. It was on the passenger side. He got out. changed the tire in maybe, I don't know, less than 10 minutes. It was incredible to see his drive. He never changed a flat before. I never changed a flat before. Moral to the story is, he seen it, grabbed it, believed it, changed that flat tire, headed to Uptown Records, and the rest is history. So my message is you can do whatever you want to do. If you can see it, you can visualize it, you can grab it, touch it, taste it. You can do it. So that day right there catapulted him to greatness. That was his first day internship at Uptown Records from the late great Andre Harrell, which I know and love him as well. And he kept his word. He said, Mike, listen, I'm going to take you with me. We're going to go all over the world. I'm going to introduce you to the music industry. And he did so. So he nurtured me into the music industry. And I became world-class manager for the great Timberland since 1996 when he first came on. And propelled me to a financial status that I never dreamed about. Fast forward to this, we're on vacation. He takes me to Saint-Tropez. We're in the south of France. We're sitting on a yacht with a helicopter path where they land. He looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, man, can you imagine this? I said, hell no. He said, well, I can't neither, man. Sometimes I gotta pinch myself in disbelief that I did what I dreamed about. So my message to you guys, I know y'all got kids here. I know most of you got kids. You tell your kids to dream and go get the dream. Just don't dream, but go get the dream. Anything that you dream, you can attain it. You can get it. It's reachable because it's in your head. So you can reach that dream. And this, Puff is living proof. I'm living proof. So just go get it. You got to encourage the youth to go get it because by God, it starts with our youth. 100%. And that's why I'm so happy to see Sean G with his son on his hip 24/7. Because you have to. Because if you don't have your kids with you like this, showing them what it is to be a black man, a Latino man, people of color in this white corporate world, you're in trouble.
Yes, that's right.
100%.
That's right.
They already think that we don't care about our kids.
Facts.
They think this, Latinos and blacks. They think that they want us to fall into the stereotype, having kids out of wedlock. Guess what? It's okay, it's called life. Everybody's not going to get married. Everybody's not going to have a white picket fence. You got to go with what the Spirit brings you and receive your blessings. A marriage don't mean that you've done something wrong by not getting married. The marriage might have not worked out. It's a man-made thing called divorce that the court system makes a lot of money off of. So guess what? You're not a failure if you're divorced. I'm divorced. I got divorced in 1993. I got married at 23. So that doesn't mean anything. It means that you tried to fit into the system, but it didn't work. It's okay. You move on. My message to that is make sure you receive your blessings. Because I got a beautiful, beautiful child out of that marriage who's 27 today. And let me back up before that. I was 17 in high school with the child. Some people may say, well, man, you made a big mistake. You already faulted your life. No, you didn't. I received that blessing, took care of my child to this very day, who's 32 right now. So you have to receive your blessings as God given to you. Don't worry about society. It's okay if you don't fit into what society has kind of script for you. Sometimes you can't be a sheep. You can't be a sheep. Sometimes you got to follow what you want to follow, what the Spirit has for you. So with that, some people may say, well, you know what, I'm down on my luck, finances are not right. Kind of like, feel like you want to give up. Like, I should be in a better place in my life at 40. I should be in a better place in my life at 35. But let me tell you something, you ain't really lived yet. You got a whole other segment of your life to keep going, but you gotta have faith. This is a marathon. This ain't no sprint. This is a marathon. In your 20s, you're setting up. You're setting up. Making the steps, the footprints. You're setting up for greatness, but you don't know it. But you gotta have faith that it's coming. Because once you lose faith, it's over. But you determine if it's over. You determine if it's over. 100%. And your kids, that's your legacy. So what I'm telling you guys is to get your kids, like how you see Sean G, you know Sean G, on his father's hip? That's how you gotta have your seeds. If you have any confrontation or ill will with your son, with your daughter, make it up. Today. Today, make it up. Tomorrow ain't promised. And I guarantee you can give them more knowledge than you can, or than you're doing right now. So take that serious. Because you want to continue your blessings coming to you. You want it. It don't matter what they're not following your footprint, they're not following your path, it's okay. We all got our own path to follow. My sons, they listen to me 50% of the time. That's okay. Because I'm sure they're still getting some type of knowledge because they're doing great. They're not incarcerated, college educated, got their own companies. Because I gave them the blueprint. If you don't give them the blueprint, they're not going to know. They don't learn that in high school. They don't learn how to incorporate it in high school. They don't know that their social security number is just a social security number, but you should have a tax ID to go with that. You need business credit to go along with your regular credit attached to your social. They don't know that. They don't teach that in high school. They don't understand about taxes. They don't know that Florida is the place where you want to buy your home. They don't know Arizona. They don't know these places, Delaware. You got to teach them that. And how do you teach them that? You got to get the knowledge. You got brothers like Sean G on YouTube. There's other brothers out there with great YouTube channels that have the knowledge. It's up to us as adults, to our children, to give them that knowledge. But you can't act like you can't find it. They're young, so their minds are not developed yet. And men, listen, we got a responsibility. We got to step up. We got to step up. And right now, it's a pandemic. They're making weed legal. It's okay to smoke. I'm not championing smoking. You know why? Because I'm already high. I'm high for life. And weed is a downer. I don't knock anybody for what they do, but I'm not going to champion it right here. That's not what I do. I don't even drink. So I'm encouraging everybody to treat their body like a vessel. You know why? Because purity is it. Purity is it. You have to treat your body like a vessel. I mentioned before, this is a marathon. This ain't no sprint. So if we got a marathon going on, if you don't pay attention to your vessel, you're going to lose it. Once you lose your vessel, mind and the body attached. You gone. You are gone. So if you can't look in that mirror every day and feel good about yourself, who you are, your mind is going to slowly drift. You're going to lose your confidence. I walk into business meetings, I already won. You know why? I'm 50 years old. I'll be 51 July 11th. 51 July 11th. And you know what? The men in there my age already got me beat because I could smell. They don't have that confidence and swag. I can smell it because of how they look at you. Because this is your first defense, is your body. That's your first defense. Then you get somebody like me, that's a business wolf, a business shark. I can smell your confidence. I can smell it. Got nothing to do with being overweight or thinking that you're not in the best of shape. You know you're not in the best of shape. I ain't gotta say it. You know you're cheating yourself. If you're not taking care of your vessel that God gave you. Gave you one body. One body. The bad thing is we don't have no guide how to take care of the body. But we do. You get the knowledge on YouTube. I've educated myself in the health and wellness space on YouTube, reading books, speaking to other people that are living the lifestyle. So when people say, I don't know how to eat, I don't know what to eat, yes you do. You gotta make the effort to figure out how you take care of your vessel. All this is attached. It's attached for sure. And you want to benefit from it. You know what the benefits are? Feeling good about yourself, looking good in your clothes. And it's not about intimidating people in the meeting. I want to be clear, I don't intimidate anybody when I'm in the meeting. But I wear my tie to fit my body so they can know this man takes care of himself. And I come in that room with a swagger and confidence that I'm going to get the better deal. I'm going to get the better deal in this meeting. I'm the only minority black man that has ownership in a white sport known as the Davis Cup. I'm the only black man that has ownership in the Davis Cup. So, thank you. And I'm saying this to say, I never dreamed of this. But my dedication spiritually, I got a spiritual connection to God. God Allah is my spiritual connection. So I knew that I was going to get some fruits of my labor. And I give, that's what I do, I give. I either give knowledge, I give financials to people who deserve it. So I knew that God would continue to bless me with the fruits of my labor. But it's all about the give back. It's all about the give back. But I'm going to tell you something. Not everybody is here on earth to give back. Because the goal is to be happy. So I have a sister. And my son always says, well, Dad, why Aunt Steph, why she don't like, why she don't think like you? Why she don't want to propel herself to greatness and to do certain things to get another financial bracket? And I would say, you know what? Son, I'm going to tell you something. Everybody has a mission on this planet Earth. And it's a different mission for different people. So I said, you know what, Aunt Stephanie? She doesn't have kids. She hasn't been married. But she's happy working at Target. And I'm fine with that. And I said, you gotta understand, happiness is the real goal. That's it. So she's happy working at Target. And I'm fine with that because she's fine with that. And that's okay, she's haven't left the house yet. That's fine, she's still in Mount Vernon, New York with my mom and dad, but she's happy. So you gotta follow the design sometimes what God gives you. So maybe God has left that there to take care of my parents as they get older. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you gotta go with the flow and receive it. So that's what it is. And I wanna say this, guys. Listen, my final message to you is happiness. And please, I urge you, keep your kids near and dear to you. Keep them tight. Any discrepancies, make that up right now. Tell them I love you. So what? It's a strong word to say to them. Sean G, I love you. You're doing something for greatness. Love you too, man. I want everybody to take care of yourself. Remember, health is no greater wealth. Health is no greater wealth. Just remember that. And figure it out. Love you guys.
Yo, this is entrepreneurship, leadership, and motivation conference. This shit getting better and better. Shout out, I gotta get some shout outs, man, to my nigga Chip, who's in the house, supported me from the beginning, man. Been knowing this dude for 30 years. I want to give a shout out to my nigga Ed. He's here. And I got to give a shout out to the dudes that's not here. Niggas I was in the feds with. I called them on the phone. I said, yo, I'm putting this event together. They said, Sean, I'm not going to make it, but I'm going to buy a ticket anyway. I want to give a shout out to them. That was able to, make this possible for me to put this on. Next to the stage, in 2019, I was just starting my YouTube channel. I had about 4,000 subscribers. And I looked on YouTube and I saw this Mexican kid with all these tattoos and shit, doing these burpees. And I used to do burpees in federal prison, so I'm watching them. And I said, my man, there's money with these burpees. I hit him up on the email. He hit me back. I said, yo, let's do a collab. He was out in Southern California. At that time, he was in New Mexico. He said, Sean, what are you going to do? I said, man, we can do it in New Mexico. I said, all right, bet. I'm making preparations to go to New Mexico. He said, Sean, man, I'm moving back to LA, come out to LA. Never even met this dude, never in my life. I book a flight, I fly out to LA. I had never met this kid ever in my life, but this is what I talk about with entrepreneurship. You gotta take risks. You gotta take risks, and you got to establish relationships. I get out there, I call him, yo, Moses, I'm here. All right, Sean, bet, pick me up tomorrow morning. We gonna get busy. Picked him up. At this time, his channel, he had 20,000 subscribers. His channel was 5 times bigger than mine. He still did the collab with me. You gotta do collabs in social media. My opinion, I've had success with it. We do the collab, and we've been tight ever since, and I never forgot that when I was small and he was big, he worked with me. And I knew when I put this joint on, I said, I got to call Moses. Coming to the stage, Moses Cuevas, my nigga. Come on, Moses. Y'all make sure y'all support the vendors, man. Please, please. They spend time and energy. Please buy something from them. Bottles out there, all of them out there. You want me to film for you, Moses? You got it? I got it. Filming that? Come on. Moses Cuevas, y'all. Good job.
What's going on? Check, 1, 2. How you guys doing? Good, alright? If y'all don't know me, my name is Moses Cuevas. I'm from Southern California, from the West Coast. Shout out to the East Coast. I see y'all in Florida. Real quick. And where's homeboy I seen last night at the hotel last night? Where you at? Raise your hand. Come here real quick. The reason why I gave him that shirt is because last night I seen him, he needed somewhere to stay. They said he couldn't check in until like 4 o'clock. I'm like, man, just come and be in my suite. You know, I'm by myself anyways. I ain't gonna lie, I hit the hotel and I fell asleep. You know? But I apologize about that though. That's authentic. I'm in myself. Eternal Legacy, that's my clothing brand. So, you know, I'm here if you need to know too. But anyways, my name is Moses Cuevas for you guys. California. I was born in 1994, 26 years old, I'm 27. I grew up at, I'm gonna give you a little, how I grew up and who I am and my background a little bit. That way you guys can get to know who I am. As a baby, when I was coming out of my mom's womb, she had heroin in her system, so they took me away immediately. You know, she had to get well just to get to the hospital. I'm mad at her at that. I love you, Mom, too. Shout out to my mom. So anyways, at a young age, I was involved in the system, the government and all that, foster homes, group homes and all that. I ended up going with one of my aunts. She was like a mom to me. She took me in, because after I was in a foster home, she picked me up as a baby, actually. Where was my dad at? My dad was in prison. Shout out to my dad too, rest in peace. He just passed away about a week. We just buried him not too long, a few days ago actually. Man. But my dad was in prison at the time. My mom had me. I got took in. So my aunt picked me up, Rosemary, rest in peace too. She was like a mom figure to me. She took care of me. She did what she can as a child. How was I as a child? I was, a young wild child, I guess you could say, running around on the streets, climbing trees, scraping my arms, legs, knees, playing football on the concrete, things like that. But she ended up passing away. Again, I went back to another foster home. My brother from Compton ended up taking me in. Shout out to my brother too. He ended up adopting me. So that happened. I was about like 7, 8 years old, and he took me in. He did what he can. He was a young father himself. Unfortunately, it didn't work out with the living situation right there. We bumped heads a lot, but it's all right. So I didn't take it off. I took off. I ran away around like 10 or 11. Also, I grew up in Los Angeles area, the Southeast, but also Orange County, Anaheim, is where I'm from. Shout out to everyone, Orange County, LA, all of California. We in here, we in the building. But anyways, so I ran away. I hit the streets at a young age. I was a young, hurt child, mad, hurt. I wanted just to be appreciated and loved, so I ran to the homeboys. I ran to the homies and stuff. And honestly, at that time, I fell in love with appreciated, man. I'm sure you guys have heard that, But no, this was really, I felt like I felt wanted. I felt like I was accepted. I felt like I belonged there at that time, So they welcomed me with big arms and stuff. So at 12 years old, I started gangbanging. And then I got jumped in when I was 13. So from that point on, being on the streets and all that, after that, it was pretty much a wrap as far as I committed robberies, I committed violence, I have experimented with drugs, never stuck on them or strung out, thank God. But, things of that nature as far as gangbanging also go. And this is, there's a lot of young, brown, black men, Asian, don't matter, white too, in California. I'm not the only one, there's a lot of us. I'm sure anyone in the US though too, so. But anyways, so from that point on, I was in and out of juvenile hall, group homes. The group homes, shout out to all the group homes, man, that show me love and all the kids, man, because there's a lot of kids that have gone through way worse than I have, man. How were the group homes? They were cool. Some of them were cool. Some of them a little, salty. Some of them, there's some bad shit that happens behind doors, that a lot of people don't know about. But thank God, I was all right. But that it made me grow up though. They call it gladiator school though too, because you in the squad and you fighting with other men, other boys. So that kind of toughened me up. And you meet people from all walks of life, So I'm definitely grateful for that whole experience as far as being in the group homes and all that. So yeah, from 12, 13, I was out the wilding. My thing was home invasions, breaking and how. And what I'm telling you guys, I really haven't told really nobody, but I want you guys to just know who I really am. Am I proud of it? No, but I'm not ashamed because it made me who I am today. So I'm very grateful to be where I'm at today. So, anyways, home invasions, doing all that, in and out of group homes, juvenile hall, camps. So, I'm gonna give you raw. Why not?
Go ahead, boss.
I know at one point in time, I was just watching one of my videos. I met Sean off my YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel with Moses Cuevas. I'm known for doing the burpees and calisthenics, pull-ups, push-ups, burpees, all that. But anyways, I remember real quick, in a group home though, I'm gonna keep it real. I remember there was a few times where I contemplated on committing suicide. You know, at one point, I remember, you know, going through all the chemicals and stuff, and why did I want to do that? I don't know, but I was just mad and sad, just mixed emotions, you know. So I was thinking about going underneath the cabinet, getting all the chemicals, all the cleaners and stuff, mix them all together. I wanted to make like a good little bottle of everything, just like down it. That's what I was contemplating on. I'm glad I didn't do that, because it would have been a dumb decision. And I don't recommend doing anything like that. But yeah, man, I mean, there's times I break down. There's times I, you know, fight not only with the other boys in there, but with the staff too and all that. But I just want to share that's a little glimpse of how it was, or at least for me, at that age. As far as being on the streets and all, out there it's different. It's like, man, we out there trying to kill people, you know. At that time, that was my mind. That's what we were brainwashed to learn and think, you know, as far as gangbanging and all that. But shout out to all the OGs too that taught me to go the right direction, taught me the right way, the righteous way. But after that though, after the group homes, eventually I was in and out to like the group homes, the juvenile hall camps, all that. I hit about 17 years old, and I met my first mother of my children. And I ended up having my first child. Malaya, lovely Cuevas, shout out to my kids. I had my first kid at like 17 years old. And that kind of like made me pump the brakes a little bit, you know, as far as like going full speed into destruction, you know, self-destruction, I would say. But it didn't stop there though. Eventually I had my son after that, Angel. And, you know, I started having my family, you know. To me, that's what it's about, is family at the end of the day. Our kids and stuff. And I had them. So we ended up shipping out to another state, New Mexico. We're out there doing our thing. The cost of living out there is cheap, and my mom's out there. I was out there helping out my mom. She's a little older. She has health issues and stuff. And I wanted, you know, to kind of not only get away from the bullshit, but like, be there for my mom too, and have my family at the same time, you know, so it was like a win-win at the end of the day. So I went out there, and it was cool, man. It was cool for a minute. Eventually one night, I got into some trouble with another man, and alcohol was involved that night. Some words were exchanged between me and that man. And, you know, we went to the cut, to the side. You guys went to the cut, it was like the alley, the side, you know, the corner, whatever. And we handled business, but we started squabbling, whatever. And I remember I had like a piece. It was just a little knife, shank, whatever you want to call it. And I remember, you know, plugging him a few times, stabbing him 2-3 times. And why did I do that? People have asked me, why'd you do that, Moses? You guys are fighting. Why'd you pull out a knife? I'll tell you why. Because the way I was taught, where I come from, when you run to an enemy or you're dealing with the enemy, you trying to kill him. You trying to take him out. That's what I was taught. Bring about, you know, that was my mentality. I'm trying to, you know, what, you think if they have a gun and they catch me slipping, you think they're going to put the gun down? No, they're going to shoot me. So that's the mentality, you know? That's why I put it. I still had it, and I still do. I've gotten way better. I've come a long ways, you guys. And I believe change is very possible for any of us. But anyways, I did that. I remember he was holding his stomach, and he was walking away. He was telling me, you tripping. And I remember for a split second, I thought in my head, like, I don't know what this thought just ran through my mind. Like, man, I want to go after him again and get him a few more times. Because I wanted to end it, you know? But I didn't, though. And I'm glad I didn't. I probably wouldn't be here today. You know, so he ended up getting airlifted to the hospital or whatever on a helicopter. They said if they would have gotten a little more or something like that, would have hit his liver or something like that, he would have passed away. So after that, I ended up going to prison from there on out. State penitentiary or correctional facility. It was my first adult offense. I did a few years. And after that man would have died, I probably would have got a good chunk of change as far as like doing time and stuff. Again, I'm glad he didn't die, but things happen though, you know. So I did my prison time. I'm sure you guys might want to, some of you, I really don't care. I say fuck prison, honestly, but I might, like, it actually did help me. It did make me grow in a lot of different ways, as far as the mindset, spiritually, physically, etc. But my experiences in prison, just to keep it like kind of short, it's hell in there. I'm sure anybody done time, you already know. The food's not good. I was in the hole. I did some things in there too, because that's, you know, it's who you associate with. I handle business, you know. I earned my shit, you know. I did what I had to do to survive. So other than that, you a sheep or you a wolf. I wasn't no sheep, you know. And I'm not saying like I'm big or bad, but in there you gotta survive, man. That's how it is, just like these streets. You gotta survive, man. That's the honest truth. And I'm not saying I'm not the biggest bad dude. Anyone thinks you guys? Nah, there's always someone greater, man. To me, the greatest one is God, most importantly.
Yep.
So, amen. So, anyways, in there, yeah, it was a hellhole, man. People in there are really committing suicide. People are really dying. People are getting stabbed. I mean, it is what it is. Like, shit do be happening. People doing drugs. I mean, you name it, man. Everything's going on in there. What did I learn in there, though, is there's a lot of smart people in there, actually. A lot of smart men in there. And it's kind of a shame that some of them, their talents or their wisdom or their philosophy, they will never be able to share with us, people in the world, you know, in society. And I'm gonna keep it real, like I'll be in there looking around, and even the OGs, the older homies will tell me like, man, young, don't come back, man. Don't come back to this shit. Look, I'm like, man, you're right. But I'll look around, all men, right? And I'll think like, man, do you really want to do this shit for the rest of your life, Moses? Do you really want to do this? CEOs telling you what to do, this and that. When you used to take, excuse me ladies, take the shit whenever you want. Eating like the same food, freaking glass or like rocks in your food. Nah, man. I was thinking like, nah, man, I'm not trying to do this shit for the rest of my life. I'm good, man. So it's kind of like a light bulb moment for me. And unfortunately, I had to take that for me to actually realize and think about it, you know? So after that, eventually I ended up paroling out. I made it out, thank God. From there on out, I was with my family and all that. Unfortunately, things didn't work out. I ended up paroling out. I killed my number and all that. And I ended up going back to California. Along that way, though, I met Sean. Where's Sean at? Where you at, Sean? All right. Yeah, along that way I met Sean. I met Sean. How did my YouTube channel start? One day.
Tell me, Moses.
Yeah. One day I had an Obama phone. This is my wife? Yeah, she made out. Thank you. So how I started my YouTube channel? Because this is my bread and butter. This is how it started for me, you guys. I do have a platform now. I'm known, especially in the LA area. So one day I had an Obama phone, cheap little phone, and I went on YouTube, and there's a camera sign on it. I'm sure you guys know. You press that, and you can upload a video. So I'm like, man, let me try to check this out. And I was over there at my mom's stuff. I believe it was still on Pro and all that. I pressed that little plus sign for YouTube, and it says you can upload a video. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna just give it a try. I mean, why not? And I was like, man, I'm just gonna do some pull-ups or just talk, maybe the goal was to hopefully reach someone and to help motivate, and not only that, but share my story. That was the goal at that time, So I did that, it worked, I did a few more, and one of my birthday videos ended up kind of like blowing up, so I started getting known like that. There was times though, once I started like moving on up little by little, there was times where I'm gonna keep it real, I was like, man, because I like my privacy, and once you got a decent platform, or you're out there in the public, meeting different people, your privacy, you don't really have that much privacy, And I like my privacy, I got kids, I got a family, And I don't like, all that is, I'm from the hood too, and it's new to me, I never thought so at times with the YouTube thing, I was like, man, fuck YouTube, I don't want to do this. For what? But you know what? I'm gonna keep going with it. I kept with it. And I'm glad I did, man. So if you guys ever feel like you want to give up on something, or you're like, you just had enough of it, don't give up. Stick with it. Stick with it. Have time. Have patience. A lot of us get discouraged because we want everything like that. It ain't gonna happen like that. You gotta give it time. Trust me on that. What do they say? Trust the process? Trust the process, man. That's what I did. And I have faith though too, man. And my goal, my whole goal in life as a young kid, as a teenager boy from California, my whole goal, and one of my things I want to do all my life is, man, as long as I can save one life, whether it's a car accident, I help them save a burning house, or whatever it means, I just want to save one life. And I've done exceeded that. I get messages from people all around the world just because I share my story. And I'm not only fighting for myself and my family, but I'm fighting for all of us. I don't care what color, what culture y'all from, we all the same. On everything. Men and women. We need to take care of each other, guys. This world's too fucked up, man. Real.
Moses, can you talk about the letter you got from the mayor of LA, the movie you shot, the commercial you shot, somebody offered another movie deal to you? Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yes, sir. So, again, there's times I wanted to stop the YouTube thing. I kept with it, guys. I kept going, I kept marching forward. And just like in life, too, there's times I'm sure when we all want to give up. But my thing is, I give it one day at a time. One day at a time. Yes, it's good to think about the future and all that, cool. Or even think about the past. Nah, for me, I worry about today, and I want to conquer today. Conquer today. Make today your greatest day. So anyways, so because I stuck with the YouTube thing, I went back to LA. I started being a part of the community as far as protests. I've been involved, and I still am, fighting for our rights. Believing in the right and the truth and the light. And I started meeting people, slowly but surely, from different walks of life again, But anyways, because I stuck with it, now I'm getting calls from, and shout out to Condemned Labs. I just got a partnership with a supplement company, Condemned Labs. Shout out to Condemned Labs. Because I didn't give up, what I'm truly trying to say is because I didn't give up, all these doors of blessings started happening, you guys, slowly but surely. I just did a commercial. I got a movie now, 2-3 movies now that I'm going to be involved in. Again, I never thought I'd be doing this, you guys, and nothing is impossible. You just got to believe in yourself, have faith, and have patience, man. Trust me on that. Trust me. What I was trying? got a letter from the mayor of LA. On recognition, it was actually like a birthday card, but also that the whole LA, that's, you know, everybody from the, excluding the mayor, I got a signature and everything. It's like, hey man, we watching you. You're doing great. Keep up the good work. The mayor of LA, man. That when I see that, I'm like, nah, this is real. You know, so it's things like that, you guys. I mean, I'm not doing it for the fame or money. I don't care about that stuff. I don't care about money. Money's important, don't get me wrong, make that money, but I don't care about the fame. I'm a regular motherfucker, you know? And nah, man, we all special, we all unique. I'm not gonna say we're regular, we all unique in our own ways. That's another thing too, man. People want to get discouraged about themselves and feel some type of way, but honestly, I think we're all special, unique in our own ways, man or female. We all got something to give. Best believe that. Best believe that. YouTube now, I'm doing pretty good. I'm successful. YouTube's paying me. I get a decent check. TikTok, I'm on TikTok too. TikTok's paying me now. I don't even gotta work. As far as like, honestly, if I have to work for my family, my people, I will. My things like construction or whatever. I don't really like working for people though. I like being my own boss. Yeah. You know? So it's a better feeling, you know, and especially if you work hard for yours. But yeah, man, all these things started falling in place. I just stuck with it though, you guys. You gotta just stick with it, you know? Stay focused. As far as like, worrying about what other people are doing. Like for example, I could be worried about what Sean's doing. And I'm gonna keep it real, I don't. Every now and then I'll tap in, I'll check on Sean. But I don't really worry about what he's doing though. In no disrespectful way, or with anybody else though too. I focus on myself, on my vision, my journey, on what I can do better, what little things I need to work on. Focus on yourself, most importantly, and that's actually has helped me greatly. Because once you start worrying about other people and or what they doing, or what is the trend, nah, be you. Stick to the game plan. That's all I'm saying. That's what's helped me. It may not help work for everybody, but that's what's worked for me though. Focus on yourself, focus on your weaknesses, on what you can work on, get better at. Not only that, love, man, love. I gotta bring that word of love. God is love, love all, man. Love, man. Love your neighbor, love your enemies, love yourself, most importantly, man. For real. Recently too, I just, and whoever follows me, I just look. In the last month and a half, I just lost my grandfather. I just lost my dad, rest in peace, who was like everything to me. You know, he wasn't in my life really, but he was there, you know, since 2005, get stretched for I believe trying to rob a bank. And he just died. He was everything to me. I love you, Dad. This is for you too, man. I just had my newborn, my daughter Maya. Shout out to my baby girl, I love you. And yeah, real quick though, I had, you know, trip out real quick from my insurance, Sean. While my dad was dying, supposedly from COVID and pneumonia, he was right in the hospital. It was Chop Hospital, Children's Hospital. My daughter, she was born premature. My daughter was barely being born. She came out early. My dad was hospitals right next to each other. So my dad was dying. My daughter was barely being born. You know. So it was a trip. So I was walking to that hospital. It was walking distance to both of them. You know, and like they say, I guess when there's death, there's life, and you know, vice versa. So. Either way, it's a blessing. I'm grateful for it. Right after that, I'm gonna keep it real. Right after my dad died, I got into a car accident. Not too many people know about. I don't tell everybody my business. You don't show everybody your cars, man. Some things you gotta keep to yourself. I got into a car accident. I flipped my truck over. I was able to walk out of it like nothing. You know. So that's God. If not my dad, you know. So I'm very grateful for that. I fell asleep behind the wheel. again, you know, after that, we're doing a fundraiser for my dad. One of my homeboys, man, is rest in peace. He was helping me wash the cars and everything. We did a car wash fundraiser for my dad for his funeral expenses. Later on that night, he ended up dying. That was like a real friend. I known him since I was 12 years old. He ended up passing away, rest in peace too. So with all that being said, like that shit, you know, God bless him and the souls and lives, man, but that ain't gonna stop me, man. When tragedy happens, like what is it? With strong blessings, there's blessings. With every hard time, don't be ashamed if you going through a struggle. Don't be ashamed if you fail. Don't be ashamed if you make a mistake. Just learn from it. There's always a positive out of a negative, if that makes any sense. You know, just keep your chin up and keep it pushing no matter what. I mean that shit, you guys. I believe in all you guys. I believe in all you guys. Believe in yourself though too. If I can do it, you guys can do it too. I never thought we'd be in movies and commercials, helping other people out. But anything's possible, man. I mean that shit. I truly do. Hey, I love you, Sean. Hey, hold up. I'm gonna end it with this. Sean, hey, shout out to Sean because he got this together and I admire his work ethic. I don't know no one else that works as hard as you as far as YouTube, man. On everything I love. And I appreciate you and I respect you for that. Shout out to little Sean too, man. Thank you, thank you guys. God bless. Hope you still out.
Yo, this is the Entrepreneurship Leadership Motivation Conference, man. This shit keep getting better and better. Next to the stage, where my man at? Where my man at? Yeah? Okay, there you go, there you go. Listen, this is 050. Yo, this is, if you got Instagram, you done seen this dude on Instagram, man. He's got his own style, does his own thing. We're gonna bring him to the stage. Ndo, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Give it up for Ndo Champ, y'all. Ndo Champ. Yo, make sure y'all follow everybody, man, on their social media platforms. Ndo Champ on Instagram, YouTube. 050.
050. That's the Fed numbers, man. We outside there, man.
What up? What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
What's up?
What's up?
Are you sleeping up? Yeah. I feel the energy here, man. Yeah. We came a long way. Wow. Alright, if you don't know me, man, my name is Robert Wilmot, aka Ndo Champ. So I'm from Liberia. I was born and raised in Liberia. You know, our country had like 14 years civil war, right? Shout out to all of my brothers in the building, shout out to Global High, shout out to my team in the building, Ndo Nation, shout out to everybody that been rocking with me since day one, man. Shout out to all the fans that came out.
Take this glass so it won't go. You know what I mean? Take this.
This is deep, right? So I was born in Liberia, man. At the age of 9 years old, we had a 14-year civil war, brutal civil war. You know what I mean? Like, my schools was burned down, churches was burned down, people was getting killed, no school, no water, people were dying from diseases. I'm talking about 14 years straight, you know? So, me and my mom, and my brother and sister, we had to keep running from one village to another village. Every time we tried to settle, the rebel would try to come and burn it down, take everything. We had to go to another village in the bushes, try to, you know what I mean, try to hide, you know, look for something to eat. And I watched people went 3-4 days with no food, died. You know, my mom was strong though, she was strong, she said, we're gonna keep pushing. You know what I mean? At the age of like 5, 6, the war separated my father, we didn't know where he was at, but he was out there somewhere trying to survive.
But, so my mom, my grandfather was in America. So my grandfather realized he had a daughter in Africa, right? So he's like, damn, I need to send for her, you know? So my grandfather tried to send for my mom. My mom said, I have 5 kids, I can't leave my kids behind. There's a war going on, you know? Just send me a little couple of dollars and we're gonna make it happen, you know? But my grandfather never said, he said, you know what? I'm gonna bring you and your children to America. So in 2000, he moved to Brooklyn. So now, as a kid, I've been running my whole life, fighting, trying to survive in the bushes, trying to learn how to hustle, how to hunt, you know, helping mom, my pop was in there helping out. You know, instead of me trying to worry about getting a pen and paper, trying to learn ABC and stuff like that, I'm in the bushes trying to survive, trying to dump bullets. You know? So, when we came to Brooklyn, I was like 16. I said, damn, I finally escaped the war. You know, staying where my father was at. So 2 brothers, 2 sisters, a single mother. My mom had me when she was 16. Sacrificed her education was able to raise us. So now we're here in America, in the great United States, we're in Brooklyn. Pull up in Brooklyn like, damn, I just skipped the war. Come in Brooklyn, I got to my grandfather, I said, where we at? Are we in the United States? Like, yeah, we here. Man, I stand outside, I look across the street, I seen a corner store, I seen a church, I seen a liquor store, I seen the fiends, I seen crackheads, I seen drug dealers, I'm like, man, I'm right back in the war. I'm right back. So now, I'm like, damn. So coming from Africa, all the old people from our village, nobody never been to America. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? For Christmas, we pray to get a chicken. You know what I'm saying? That's our Christmas gift. At least mom cooked some chicken today. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about no video game sneakers and none of that. We pray mom cooked some chicken today on Christmas Day. So, when I was coming, so all the old people, my friends be like, yo, bro, you the only one that leaving this community, leaving this swamp to go to America, go down there, do what you gotta do, come back, get back, build a hospital, build a clinic, build a recreation center. You know what I'm saying? Help out. Do something for the kids, do something for us, but we depend on you, we count on you. So now, I got a flashback of my boys and my grandma, everybody crying to me, and I'm in Brooklyn, looking across the street like, damn, how can I do it right here? So now, I started school, so everybody, my grandfather did what he could, how, you know, the 1 bedroom, and my mom, my brother and sister had a little queen-size little bed, so we slept on the floor, like we grateful for thankful. My grandfather had a little church in the basement, so all the people in the churches, all the people in the church, they came with a garbage bag full of clothes and said, yo, welcome to America. So we go into the garbage bag, get a little mismatched socks. You know, I wear a size 9, I'm squeezing my feet like 8.5, try to make it fit. Wear it wrong, wear whatever color I got on. So I first get in the school bus. I got on the school bus, I got all red on. I'm in Brooklyn, Saratoga Avenue, East 98. I'm on the 35 bus. First thing I get on the bus, I'm excited to go to school. Like, damn, I ain't been to school, I don't know how long. They put me in the 9th grade. Like, damn, I'm gonna do this. So I'm on the bus, I'm excited first to go to school. I'm in America now. I see 5 kids getting on the bus, all blue. And you wish, what's crap? That red be like, huh? Said that a war. So now my grandfather tells me, don't put your hands on nobody, you're gonna get deported. Somebody say something, you say, hey, you got it. How long? I'm coming to my own, I'm coming to my own brothers, my own brother with the same color fighting me every day for the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? So we on the bus, like, yo, listen. I said, oh, bro, don't touch me, man. You know what I mean? So now we fighting before you load every day. I couldn't understand it. So at the age of 16, how long can you keep getting jumped and people keep going? So you're going to become part of the society. You know what I'm saying? So that can't happen to my brother, that can't happen to my sister. So I gotta adapt it in the street like, alright. So mom got scared, so we moved to the north. I said, alright. Moving to the north, I said, alright, we here. It's a new environment, but it's worse than Brooklyn. Worse. So mom making $7 an hour. It's 5 of us. No welfare, no food stamp in 1 bedroom. So I say, no, mom, you're a great kid. I'm gonna go find a job. After school, I'm great. I play football, basketball, soccer. I'm gonna put all that to the side and find a job. Get to school at 2:45. Try to find a job at 3. Get up at 8. Get to the crib. I try to help my brother and sister out before mom come home at 9 o'clock. Try to do that. So I did that. I went to Wendy's. Told the lady at Wendy's, I said, listen, man, I just came from Africa. I'm living with my mother. She was a single mother. She had a 5th grade education level. I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters. This is my first year in America. I didn't even get a job. I get off school at 2:45. I could be at 3. You know what I mean? Help her out. They like, nah, man, we ain't got no job. We just hired like 5 people. So every day after school, the coaches would be asking me, you won't play for the team. I would just leave school and run straight to Wendy's and just squat me because it's like 3 blocks away from my house. So I go there every day until one day somebody called out for work. And the lady said, yo, which size you wear your shirt? I said, any size. So now I'm helping mom now. Bills, everything is good. You know, helping mom, want to go cash my check. Because I'm in a gang neighborhood, cops see me, pull me over. Like, yo, where the drugs at, man? Where the crack? I know you got something on you. What you got? I said, listen, officer, this is my first year, man. I don't sell, I ain't even got no friends, I ain't even know nobody. You feel me? I got my pay stuff right here, man. I got 2 brothers, 2 sisters home, a single mother home. I'm the big brother, I'm the oldest. I'm just going right there on Lyons Avenue to cash my check. Right there on Lyons Ave. That's all. So they put me in the back of the car, on the wall. You see, you know what? Got a bag, a couple of bags, what we doing in the back. Oh, we got him. Oh, yeah, that's you. That's you. You gonna take this. Wow. Took me in. 3 days, my mom didn't even know why I'm actually going crazy. And no, we ain't in Jersey. We ain't even know nobody in Jersey. They finally let me out. I went to court. I told the judge, I said, Judge, this is my first year. I don't sell weed. I don't smoke weed, man. I don't even know who to sell it to. So the judge asked the cop, like, I didn't prove. The cop, like, oh, give me a couple of days. I'm going to bring the evidence. I was like, what?
Oh, shit.
Man, throw that shit out, man. But when they put it out, my property, my wallet, my green card, my social security card, my checks, everything I had in my wallet, they misplaced my wallet. Now I went back to work, they're like, oh, you ain't sure 3 days, we didn't know what was going on. Nobody called, lost the job. So now, you're playing with me now. So, watching my mom hustling every day. Rent is $800, she getting paid $7 an hour, coming home every 2 weeks, probably like 400, some change, nothing left, watching the kids, they eating peanut butter and jelly to go to school, some oodles and noodles. You know what I'm saying? That drives me to the streets. You understand? So I've been in the streets, hanging with my homeboys, and doing whatever we gotta do. You know? I caught up in the game, went to the feds, right? So I'm sitting in the federal penitentiary, I'm sitting there and I ask myself like, damn, what have I done? I give up on my people back home. You know how many times my people cry when I was coming to America and said, you the one that hope for us. You the one that want for us. Who gonna build a hospital in this village? Who gonna build a Red Crescent Center? Who gonna build something? None of us ever been over there. So I say in the cell, it's like, I'm being on myself, like, damn. And when I was in the streets, and when you in the street, I tell you, when you in the street, you never know where you're going. Like the same thing I did with fitness. It's my brand called No Days Off. In the street, it wasn't no days off. You walk out of the house, you never know when you're going to die. You never know when you're going to go to jail. You never know who's going to tell you. You never know what's going on. So it's like you wake up in the morning, like, all right, God help me today. Because I can be chilling with my homeboy, boom, I go home, he done start selling in the club. You're lucky I come back on the street the next day, chilling with him, drop out. I ain't have nothing to do, I didn't even know what type of trouble he caused, but that's my man. We in the street, ain't no 9 to 5. This is what we doing. Everybody we trying to go for the next lake. Where the next dollar come from? You know what I'm saying? And all my boys, and somebody got something going on. You know, he's selling drugs, he's selling weed, he's selling crack. He a scammer, he move guns. We all together in the house. Who make it move? It is what it is. Whatever we got cut off for, it. But we was making almost $100,000 a month. We was eating, but I wasn't happy because I wasn't happy. So I was just praying one day for God to just take me off the street. So I would just go and find somewhere and just talk to him one-on-one and find my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Until one day, 5 in the morning, the marshal came in, bang at the door. Oh yeah, and God came. You know what I'm saying? Put a cuff on my boy. He's so scared. He tell the cop, listen, the cuff is too tight. Let me go and I'll tell you everything. Just I said, no! Don't say no! We got bail money. Don't say a word. Don't. He said, listen, this thing is tight. I said, all right. We gonna win. Hey, my son was like 9 years old, watching his father cuffed up. And I'm looking at my son like, damn. My dad wasn't there. Now I'm about to leave my son. I would think I was doing all this to impress him. Big cars. And I was so hungry of greatness. My 5 years in the United States, I'm making 100,000. I was hungry. Listen, I don't sleep. My boys will go to the strip club, spend money, we make 50,000 till we split it. They go to the strip club, they drinking. I'm ugly. I was hungry. It was whatever. I don't care about the concept. It was whatever. And I was 120%. Whatever it is. I'm like, when I was saying something, if I could find my purpose and use that same energy I had in the streets, I'm going to be great. You understand what I'm saying? But first of all, my boy, he's crying. So the cops go to the side. Cops said, what's up? He said, everything in this house is hidden. It's changed. Everything in this house. Matter of fact, I want you to go on the block. When you, because I just moved around the corner. I just moved, and it was a nice neighborhood. I just moved a couple of other gang members out there, so they see me coming with nice cars. I said, one day we'll come travel. So I gotta stay prepared. So when the feds came out there, it was done. So I ran. Wow! Like, oh, well, how is it? Oh, that's the big boy. They ain't no guys around the corner. Them boys coming with different. Them boys coming different. Boom! I said, no. So my boy, I'm like, oh, like I said, I hope this guy, oh, man, I got one. So he tells the cop, you know everything. I said, oh, snap. I'm telling you. So he told the cop, listen, boy, around the corner, it's a Lexus. Park, the key up there, grab the key, hit the remote button. And the car going, tweet, tweet. So he went, the cop went to my car, popped the trunk. I just cleaned up the car because somebody tried to buy it. Thank God, God bless me. But I told the cop, I said, listen, let all my friends go. Everybody in the house, let them go. We take full responsibility for my actions. Let everybody go. I want to start a fresh life. Fresh life. Let everybody go out. Let everybody go. God, like, yo, everybody, everything you find is me. Let's do. Let me get this over with. You feel me? So while me chill, I'm sitting there, I'm thinking. I say, God, what's my purpose? What am I here for? You know what I'm saying? I let my family down, my mother crying, my son, they coming. You know what I'm saying? Everybody I ever know turned their back on me. My mom taking trips from prison to prison, and I said, what can I do? But the great thing is that when I first stepped in prison, when I got there, so I got in there, I started working out, right? So I took off my shirt. So I'm walking in the yard, jump on the pull-up bar, did like 50 pull-up, went to the dip, did like 50 dips, did 50 push-ups, I'm going back around. I'm doing like 50 drop set, back around, right? So all the OGs, I got 20, 30 years. They look at me like, man, we need to go with him. So then when we start training them, I said, man, y'all been here 10, 15 years. Y'all want me to train your guy. So I start thinking, like, damn. They start charging them. So I start charging them little suit here and there, little micro here and there. And they just started, everybody was at my door every day. So I had classes. little days off when I had ab class in the morning, then I had burpees, mind club, I got pull-up class, dips class, then boxing class. I started teaching people how to box. Like, yo, bro, just start figuring this shit out, man. You know what I mean? Word up. But when I came home, the immigration people got me and said, you know what, you gotta leave the country. You did us wrong, you did this, boom, boom, boom. I said, all right, no problem. I'll go back where I came from. They lost my passport. And one day they came to wake me and said, get the fuck out. Get out. Get out. I thought the flight was coming. So it was another chance. So when I came home, but when you come home to the same environment, the same people. Everybody that never sent no light, no mails, no commissary. They have my mother door, they heard I'm home now. They're like, okay, what's the next move? Nobody been back in the streets. My boy's outside. And my mom's so excited I'm home. Then she got a phone call. She called, she on the phone with her girlfriend. She like, my son is home. Happy. She said, yeah. But for how long? How long he gonna be home? He gonna go right back. He not gonna go work for $5 an hour, $8 an hour. Matter of fact, when outside your house, you gonna see a gang of people out there. And tears start dripping down my mom's eyes. She's like, damn. So I'm like, she like, your boy's out there, what you gonna do? You gonna ride with them? You gonna stay in 5 months? So I came outside and told my boys, I'm like, I'll catch up with you later, man. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell people, man, everybody like in prison, I got a lot of people in prison that follow us, that follow me, you know what I'm saying? I say I'm an inspiration to them because I'm making way for them when they come home so they don't have to go through it. So they have no excuses. Because when you come home, you're going to be tempted to go back. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to be so tempted because everything is right there in your face, man. My boys are coming up like, yo, bro, driving all type of cars, like, yo, bro, what we doing? You home? We getting this money or what? I said, nah, I'm gonna go work, I'm gonna go find a job. I've been to McDonald's, KFC, everywhere. Nobody said gonna hire me. You know what I'm saying? Now my baby mom look at me funny now. Like, oh, you used to be the mail of the street. You coming home with no milk, no plastic bag, you catching the bus. And when the fast thing, they took everything, the cars, the safe, you coming home with nothing. So now, I'm like, dang. So I say, you know what, everybody make this mistake, man. It gonna be that one phone call. And that one phone call either gonna take you right back in, they gonna kill you. So I was so fed up, I'm saying, you know what? Let me just make that one trip. That one trip, that's it. Make the 10 grand, make the 10 racks, that's it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get back, you know what I mean? That's it. So I called my homeboy, who was too tough. I give me that $4 McDonald's for my son, man. So I called my homeboy, I said, yo, man, I'm in. Pull up out the house. So we got the dog pen station, we got the dog out there, so I'm like, damn. So we finally got on the train, we got to Rhode Island. Got to Rhode Island, we did what we had to do. Shit went crazy. Having 10 grand in my hand, I'm like, yes. So we driving, my boy's so excited. He ran the red light, ran into somebody, boom! So I jump out of the car, boom, I jump out of the car, I'm out. I'm home, I'm on federal probation, I'm on immigration probation, I'm on state probation. I can't even leave, bro, I can't even leave Jersey. I'm in a whole different area. Just to take that risk and say, yo, one more time. So I jumped out of somebody's backyard. The joker came out with the strap, like, yo! I said, bro, listen, man. Somebody trying to rob me. What? You know what I'm saying? Hey, I ain't want no sword. So I got out of there. I got to the pen station. Called my young boy, but you gotta listen, people that you grew up with, they changed because I've been in so long. Everybody changed, they got different mindset. So when I came, I called my boss, I said, yo, you're not at the pen station, we're good. He said, yo, you got the bread. I said, yeah, come on, let's get out of here, man. It's over. Got to the pen station, right? About to go back to North, about to get on the train, I'm saved, thank God, I made it. I'm not going back to that lifestyle no more, it's okay. 2 seconds later, my boy came with a brand new car. Yo, get in! I said, yeah. He said, man, he's having to rob this fool for his car. I no point in you can't, like, it's moving so fast, like, I said, all right, God, please, one more time, just one more time. So we driving, he throwing everything out the window, boom, boom, I don't know if he high or what, but, so we got the dog, I jumped out of the car so quick, I forgot the money in the car, I said, oh, so I'm like, you go do what you gotta do, I'll be there with you tomorrow. Calling tomorrow morning, I got a collect call in the county. So I answered the call, I said, bro, what happened? Bro, I went to my shorty crib, she wasn't answering the door, I fell asleep in the car. Took the money, So you know what I did? I said, I turned that phone, I threw it away, and I went to Weekwood Park, and I started training people $5 per hour. Everything I was doing in jail, I went back to the park. I was training people $5 per hour. That's what I did. My brother, 13 years ago, he's still with me, Hockey Boo, in the building. He's still with me since day one, building. Since 2011. I came in 2010, September 21st. You know what I'm saying? May 2011, been rocking with me, May at the park. But he think he was big, you know what I'm saying? So he had to meet up with me, one of my I took it through the best, man, boy. So I'm at the park training for $5 sometimes. They don't even have it $5. They don't. They're like, yo, bro, I got $3, I got $2. I said, all right, no problem. So I started working there. Life started going, you know, it started picking up. One of my clients, he had a gym in the Ironbound section. So it was raining, so we went to his gym. And I said, beautiful gym, nice gym. So I seen the gym, the owner of the gym saw me, she's like, yo, you work? I said, yeah, every day. So I'm like, after I'm done training my boy, I said, man, you got a job here? She's like, yeah. You know what I mean? We would study 1 day a week. I said, no problem. And I would go down there, I would clean up the gym. I would went down the gym, clean up the machine, put the machine back, you know, or put the weights back. When I couldn't put the weights back, somebody come, throw it right back on the floor. I put it back. Somebody used the bathroom, and I shit all on the toilet, the thing overflow. I gotta get a glove, get a mat. But you talking to somebody who's making $100,000. You talking to somebody who walk in the club, I'm getting bells and 500. They ain't even searching. I'm cleaning the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? That's right. I'm cleaning the bathroom. Hungry. I'm building my patience. I'm being hungry, man. You gotta be hungry and humble to make it out there, man. Stop worrying about what people look. I don't care what somebody looking at me. My boys need to come to the gym and they see me cleaning the way. They got 3, 4, 5,000, 100,000 in the pocket, man. And yo, bro, can I help you? Go get a gym. I run it. Don't come in. You understand what I'm saying? So I will do that every day for free. I come down there 7 days a week. I'm gonna get paid for 1 day a week. Every day, and on my lunch break, I'm hitting the heavy bag. A kid came in there and said, yo, can you teach me that? I said, no problem, I got you. Teach him how to hit the heavy bag. Next day, he called all his friends. It's like 20 of them in the room waiting. Now these kids were getting bullies. Fish were getting smashed into the toilet. In the locker room. Getting smacked at the bed station. Getting robbed. They just wanted somebody to teach them. Show them. Build their confidence level up, motivate them. And I said, no, I got you guys. So I started training the class. The owner of the gym, sitting on the camera, she came to me like, oh, and them kids would give me $20 a pop. So she comes to me, she's like, no, don't do that. She said, have you ever trained a class before? I said, yeah, it's in the gym. You know, they got certification. Nah, don't worry about that. I know what I'm doing. You know, she said, nah, she said, listen, I can let you train all the kids, but I'm gonna give you $25. I said, them kids give me 20 a pop. I said, no problem. I take the 25, help out the kid. So I train the kids, do everything. And we start taking them to the beach, create programs for them, putting them on the diet, working with them, everything else. Then I started getting to, start training. And I'm picking up my son from school, and some old joker look at me and say, yo, you compete? I said, what? I said, compete. compete, you know. I thought you know what I mean, on that. I ain't know nothing about no bodybuilding. We never been to a bodybuilding show, right? I said, you know what I mean? I said, what? I said, what you said? I said, compete. You got a show Saturday. Hey, give me that, man. I don't do that shit, man. Them people wearing a little tight shit, man. You know what the joke they're gonna say about me in the hood? You know what I'm saying? Know what my homie they're gonna say if I see them on stage doing this? I'm laughing at me, man. I can't even talk to the hood no more, man. You understand what I'm saying? Me on stage like this. Ain't nobody gonna see that. I'm gonna lose my street credibility, man. You understand what I'm saying? But the idea is that I said I need to try something different. You know what I'm saying? I need to transition. I gotta start a new way. I said, I got you. So the gym I was working for, the owner of that gym, he did 50 shows. He got success. We got a gym tonight, making $150,000 a month. So I came to him. I've been down there busting my butt for that gym, putting the gym on the back. People thought that was my gym. I created a YouTube channel for the gym. Everything I do, I represent the gym. I got people coming in signing up. So I come to him for advice. I said, bro, it's a competition Saturday to the Thursday. Yo, what you think? He said, no. You ain't want to do that. A lot of discipline, a lot of dedication. You got to change your eating. You're doing good here. Cleaning up the waste, cleaning the bathroom. Your kids love you. You're comfortable here. You're good. I said, well, nah, that ain't for you. That ain't for you. Do this. I said, all right. You know what? That's why I love you. I respect that. I'm going to keep doing this, man. Clean the bathroom, wait. Stay here and do what I do. This is why I call it do. So I went home, looked at the flyer. I said, you know what? I'm going to check this shit out Saturday. So I go there. The old joker see me, went crazy. Oh, yeah, come here. Hey, yo, you go on stage next. I said, well, what? So I walk on stage like, they said, no, you got to get the drums. The bullshit drum. I said, what? I said, all right, what they sell that? So, but when I got them, I went backstage. It's got women back there working out. Women doing pull-ups, push-ups, dips. They got the resistant band. They're warming up. They got oil on the body. It's a whole different world. The whole fitness is a whole different world. I said, man, you know you for the hood. When you see girl, they got the 40, got the Luca 100, the Henny. You know what I'm saying? Boy, guys, that's why I used to. I went back there. That shit changed my life. See the guy back there. Bro, you need help? You good? Yo, good luck, yo. Hey, yo, good luck. Different world. Different world. Good luck. That's it. So I got on stage. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing my own thing, right? I'm doing my own thing. I'm getting on stage. Man, then I thought there's so many things backstage. I forgot all that when I got on stage, man. I got on stage. I'm like, and the people love it. They go and grab, squeeze your back, flex your leg, tighten your ass. You're my first show, first place. First place. Then I started training. In 2014, my life changed. I'm getting ready for one of the biggest competitions. I'm working extra job, I work at the gym. I'm doing security, fight break up in the club. Fight break out in the club, sugar stopped fighting, guns came out. Beep! Somebody got shot in the neck, bullet penetrated the neck. Bullet penetrated went through the bullet went for head, it came outside. 3 weeks for my competition. I'm 240 pounds. Nice. You know what I'm saying? I've been investing in myself. 18 weeks of training, hard work, hard dedication. I'm focused. I'm coming home, making my egg whites, my chicken, broccoli, asparagus. I mean, it costs money to get a nice body, so I'm working extra out. I'm getting paid $100 a night doing security. So I'm working 5 nights. That's 500. And I gotta go to work. I gotta go train 5 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. a.m. Leave the gym, take my kids to school, drop them off at 8:30, run to the gym, work from there from 9 a.m. all 6:30 to like 10, 11 o'clock at night, leave, go work at the club from 12 to 3. Sometimes I even take the pay, I say, keep it, I'll come back. You know, they gotta make sure everything cleaned up before they give you the money. It's like 5 o'clock. So I'm getting like a half an hour sleep and training hardcore. I'm 3 weeks into that. I've been doing that for 17 weeks. 3 weeks into that, boom, I get shot. Ambulance came, took me to the hospital. Doctor said, listen, we gotta do surgery to bullet penetrate your fibula bone. We gotta open it up, put a plate in there. That's one way you're gonna be out in the gym for like 6-8 months before you even. I said, listen, you don't understand. I don't have no plan B. Plan A gotta work. I'm not going back to the street. My kid's not gonna come see me in prison. You understand me? When I was in prison, I got a letter from my baby mom. She said, my son, you said your son ain't got a man taking your son to school. You missed the first day of school. My third son was born in prison. My third son was born in prison, July 6, 2008. I'm not going back there. You know how you feel doing the cell? You get a letter, oh, man, I got some love. Say, oh, you know what I mean? You missed his birthday, Christmas days, holidays, Father Day, Valentine's Day, all these days. Somebody else. And when I speak on YouTube, I speak myself, I say somebody gonna be blending your family, somebody gonna be taking your son to school. I meant that. And that's what happens. It's real. If you're gonna be a man and stand up and stop squatting and take a piss and get your shit together. Right. Somebody gonna be walking in your house, putting on your clothes. Somebody gonna be walking in your house, telling your daughter what to do, what to say, what to eat. You know what I'm saying? If you got a dumb baby mom, you're gonna have somebody, a pedophile walking in your house. You know what I mean? She ain't someone, your lady, you want the kids. Because you want to be soft, you want to be weak, you want to be sloppy. You don't want to stand up and do what you got to do as a man. And start taking care of your kid and say, you know what? I got to sacrifice the things I love the most and let it go. And be a man and do what is right. You know what it is. You know that little thing that's stopping you from being great. You know why you can't get that job. You went to college, you got all the degree in the world, you can't get the job you want. Because you know what? You don't want to let that little thing go. You don't want to let it go. You don't want to let the burgers and fries and all that shit go. Then when you go apply for a job, they look at you, oh man, we can't hire you. Now I went to Howard University, I went this, I did this. Look at you, when shit happen right now, you move quick, the company needs somebody who, anything, you got the knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? You have to take control. The fear was stopping you from being great. I went and did that show. 3 weeks later, I told that doctor, I said, listen, you're talking to the wrong person. I'm gonna go in that gym, I start working out, I start getting ready for that show. 3 weeks later, I was on stage and whooping on my asses. Then he got shot, they were treated 24 weeks. And I still walked there, and I took the trophy, and I give it to my son, I said, this is for you. This is for you. I ain't wanted it. I'm gonna go on Instagram and tell all my friends, hey, yo, gas happening, boom, boom, boom. I said, I did this for you. Life gonna slap you so bad. I said, look at this audience right here. I done motivate hundreds of thousands of people. When did you get to the show? When did my son? When did my son get to that show? Holding my crutches. I'm limping. Blood dripping down my legs. I had to go in the bathroom and take a duct tape and put it on the bullet hole. They carry us out. Well, you gotta be hungry, man. Not everybody that start what you're gonna finish. You can't expect somebody to be there for you. This is your dream. I'll never get mad at nobody that wasn't there. That's my So let me tell you today, man, whatever stops me from going to accomplish what you gotta accomplish, just go after it, man. I wish I had longer time, I'll be here going, but just go after your dreams. And shout out to, listen, I'm gonna take Sean G. You know what I'm saying? I made 3 movies. I got a documentary out. It's called Grind. I won like 9 awards. You know, they directed, do everything. You feel me? Not even trying. I got a movie coming out April 6th called Strength Wars. All the strongest men in the world in one room. You know what I'm saying? I ain't the strongest man, but guess what? My energy really came in that movie. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even the strongest man in the room, but I swear to God. Period. I'm not the strongest, I'm not the biggest, but guess what? I will eat you alive. Because I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying? And we just dropped one of the best amazing thing in life that happened to me, changed my life, Global App. We have an app right now. Shout out to Global App, man. Give it up. A platform. A global app. You can communicate with people all over the world. Off the app. Video crystal clear. English translation. You can translate your English from Spanish to English. You got the feed. It's like, bro, we're doing it, man. And we're going to have a great updates on the app. Go to your Apple Store right now, search Global-App. Watch it come up. Let me see everybody one time just for me. If you got Apple, go to Apple. If you got Google Play, go to the Google Play Store and just search Global-App. And I guarantee you, you want to talk to me, send me a video, you want a video chat with me,